Again. Okay, guys, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to flash off, put that back on, and then I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to, nope, we're going to invite people again. Man, boom. Okay, so let's try this one more time. And then I'm just going to do what I need to do and keep it going. I'm not going to let it stop me. Okay, I notice that more and more and more that when I get too many followings, it's almost as if something always happens. I wonder what that is. Let me think it through. So as I was saying, I'm not even going to explain who I am and what I do. Right now, I'm going to go right on into what I've talked about earlier today. And you know what I talked about. If you didn't, I'm going to explain it to you right now. And then when I'm on the radio show, I'm screaming, I'm yelling, I'm hollering. Oh, just please. And it's it's intense. But then when I come on at Nightcap at 9, my purpose is to do this a little bit in a more kind of quiet fashion and things like that. So let me do it. Start tagging some more. And if it goes crazy again, I'm just going to keep on going. I'm not going to try to do anything any different. So this topic today, I've already did my prayer. Ask the Lord to be with me as I share what I need to share this evening. And then I normally go into my funny and theories. And this time I went into more, added another F to my funny theories. I added facts. And the fact is, yes, Tucker Carlson has been, what can I say? Tucker Carlson has been fired. Hold on to your britches. It's not over with yet. A lot of stuff like that is going to continue to happen. Again, so that people will understand my background. I'm a Christian. I love the Lord. Yes, I love it. Great, great, great. I don't expect for anybody and everybody to be one. I would like that, but that's okay. Don't come to my church and join my church. I'm not trying to invite anybody to my church. My church is not the perfect church. If you find a perfect church, they say don't join it because it won't be perfect anymore. I'm on the radio, and like I say, my radio notes are like something like this. I make that in the driveway. It's just crazy. And then I come and I'm screaming and yelling and going on, good morning. Shut up, Martha. No one cares about your brisket. Get up and write a letter. No. So I'm doing real fast, and the speed of light, I can truly say close. So somewhere in there. Then I come in at evening and I have a glass of wine or water, which I need to be trying to drink more of. Sometimes it's a cup of tea or cocoa. Depends on the evening. And then I take these notes of what I talked about today, and then I break it down in a more quieter voice, like I'm doing right now. Then I go to the Father in prayer. God, help me, give me wisdom, sound judgment, which I've already done. I've already tried this one tonight 3 times. Every time I get ready to put it on, something happens. I lose people, so I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going. And so I do my theories. My funnies have been the brown babies have been basically, which is Alexandria, Ocasio, let's just say Eham, the one in Tashilo, Rashid, whatever. I call them my brown babies. And then I did a thing called the Going Home Queens, which is go home, not coming home queens, go home, which is women in politics that need to go home, raise their grandkids, and get the hell out of Dodge. They need to leave. No, they really need to go on. And it's okay. They just need to go on. They made the money. They lied, cheated, tricked us every kind of way possible. And their name at the top of the list was Hillary. The next one coming down was Elizabeth Warren, and then we had the Maxine Waters, and on and on. They need to go on. Okay, so background really quick, if you're looking at me for the first time, I'm born and raised in the inner city of Detroit, got some things under my belt. Democrat for 20 years, Republican for over 20 years, now neither. Conservative, I understand that I'm walking in, voting one way, walking out, living another way. The lunacy of that made me realize something's wrong. I would be willing to say, if someone put some sort of paper together, a form together to check all the boxes that Americans are for, we would be surprised of the party that you really represent. They did the oversaturation of the vitamin D so bad, which is deceive, delude, divide, to destroy. That we be so oversaturated with that, we don't even know what we understand, that we really are, mostly of us, are on the same side. I have to laugh to keep from crying, but it's so true. Why would I go and vote for 20 years or more as a Democrat, and then come out and live like a Republican? I do have to laugh at that. Or live like a conservative. I wanted to own my own house, own my own car, pay my bills, take care of my kids, get off welfare, marry, have my husband and fathers to take care of my, why would I want to vote for programs that would say you can be on welfare, have as many babies as you want, we'll take care of you, we'll be on Medicaid, don't worry, you ain't got to graduate, do nothing, don't worry, we'll take care of your rent, your bills. No, why would I vote and then live? So that was my whole take on that. So, I didn't make this revelation change just recently. I got 5 grown children, 16 grand, so I've been someplace. 17 countries, married to the same man now for 43 years. So I'm talking with some experience and some experience, as grandma would say, not experience, but experience, meaning it's burned into me. I got the marks in my body to prove it. The topics today on the radio show, I guess Matthew, did he post them? Hey, Richard. I have to call my husband again. Honey. Rich. You contact Matthew? Did you contact Matthew? So anyway, so I won't be before you long today. I'll just get right into my social media person. If you look at some of my former, I got lots of these live podcasts, and if you go to the Hill Country Patriot, he normally posts the links and put it up right away, and then and when he posts them, then you can find out more about me. So it's my full name, Lorraine LeMon.net. If you look at that, boom, you can get it. So hi there. I'm looking at new people are coming in. Good. So I'm a bit of a different spirit of the average black person or female person, or wherever you want to categorize me as. I don't think I have necessarily a category. I think I have one of my own that I've created, and that is the fact that I believe I'm an American more than anything. After being visiting 17 countries and going to different places, I realized I would live in no other place but this nation, this country, absolutely. So we can go through all the slavery, all the racism, all of this, there's not any nation that never have experienced any of it. Yes, they have. A majority of them have. I always say, I opened up my caveat with the book I'm working. Slavery is a ship that has sailed, and I'm not on it anymore. I refuse to be on it anymore. Vengeance is mine, says God, he shall repay. It's not for me to make somebody pay something back. You don't want me to go on reparations. That's a whole nother topic. My topics at Nightcap at 9 have been kind of risque, kind of on the edge. I talked about the spirit of Jezebel, could be in a man and a woman. I named names from the Jada's Pinkett Smiths to the Meghan Markles, how they would just rip and drain a person dry. It also could be a man that also drain. They usually latch on to people that are talented. That's what they do, and then got something going for them, and they really aren't talented themselves. No, until there's just nothing left there, then they either leave them or dispense with them. My topics also has been and included, who's really killing black people? Why is it that black powerful women get in power and then they marry white men and push the race card? I don't get that part, but I do. So I had a lot of little risky, really edgy topics. The Tyree Nichols, how I knew they would turn that into racist. They did. And so to help you with the gargles that I operate with, it's called GARDIS, like in dog. GARDIS, G like in, and I do that because if we're so inundated with the news, people are just tired. They just don't want to hear anymore. So I figured if I could create, I love acronyms, if I could create something like this, then we can actually take and use it as an acronym. Huh? So the acronym G is for guns, and I call it GARDIS, the GARDIS. Gardis. G is for guns, A for abortion, R for race, D for drugs, and I for immigration, and S for sex, scandals, and schools. Yes. So far, if you can kind of put those goggles on, it'll help you be able to categorize the news. And you can lock it away and open it when you want to open it. And then when you hear it right away, I know what that is. That's the guns. That's the Gardis. That's the R. That's race. And by now, everything's a racist. I'm a racist. You're a racist. And the way that if everybody's a racist, then nothing is. You know what I mean by that? So if everything is gold, then what? Nothing is. You understand what I'm saying? So crooked preachers, politicians, and pimps will continue to use race. Race will always be at the top of the list. It just always will be. How in the hell can 13.4% of the, let me make that adjustment. Black people are no longer 13.4, basically 12%. I heard a black scholar of some sort correct someone on that. So, I'll still 12% of the population, maybe a bit more. How can they tear up corporations, split country apart, have unbelievable writing, and go back to living in abject poverty? That should be an answer. That should be a wake-up call. That should be like ding, 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 ding. Why? Well, that was ding, ding, ding for me. So get me going. So when I'm on the radio, I put these goggles on, the Gardis, Gardis. So, guns and shooting. We got from Nashville, you got the Louisville, boom, you just got Arkansas. It's just on and on, right? The shootings constantly, bam, 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 shooting. So you got the left side saying, all right, give it all them guns. Them old dango Republicans and their guns and their God. And then you got the Republicans that says, no, we need our right to protect ourselves, our First and Second Amendment. So you got the two clashes. So when you look at policies and stop looking at parties, it's easier to see. So when I look at the policies and what they're pushing, the policies of the left is basically saying, get rid of all the guns, but they're not going to get rid of theirs. Now, you better believe that. I'll never forget, who was that, Stacey Abrams? I don't know who it was. She was saying, well, I need to be protected. I need guns and I need security to protect me. Okay. Well, good for you. What about the rest of us? And so one side is saying, all right, let's get rid of all the guns. The other side is saying, let's make the consequences for the guns. Let's make the rules in place so that people that buy guns are doing the, put the screws on them there. So make the consequences high. Others say, get rid of guns altogether. Well, you're not going to get rid of guns altogether. No, you can't. No, you really can't. So we need to, Republicans and gays and straights, LGBTQ, OFG, all the rest, we need to come together and have that happy medium. So, you can't, if you have a child and your child, just say, tears up, does something, burns something in the kitchen, you go, okay, Johnny, don't do that. And then he does it again. You just go, okay, Johnny. And after a while, this ain't going to get it, right? So on both sides, if they need to come together and have the conversation where we can say, okay, we will make sure the consequences are those. Put some rules in place at 18 years old and got no well in hell doing with an assault rifle. What do you need an assault rifle for, 18-year-old? What do you need that for? What are the circumstances? Create the format, the genre, create whatever. What is a prerequisites for owning one? First of all, not being 18. Because ain't nothing your butt doing at 18 that need an assault rifle. So you got Republicans that are for laws and put them in place. And you got Democrats that are for, because they all packing. It cracked me up. A lot of people that's for get rid of all the guns, a lot of them are packing. Even the man that's recently was an executive over the NRA or rifle something, he said the NRA, they're crooks and they're pushing. You don't realize what they're doing. And but he packing. Why he talking? On one of the liberal or the leftist shows, he packed, I carry my own gun. Well, okay. So we need to put the rules in place. So Gardis is what I ask everybody to look at, Gardis, because that way you're not overwhelmed. So my topics of the day, I did say, Biden, of course, has been somewhere in between his milk and cookies at night and his ice cream. He decided to announce in the middle of the night, I'm running. I have this little thing. I like to make little jokes of things that make us feel a little better about some of the mayhem that's going on. Some people run for office. Some people walk into office. That means they look up, You've been pointed. You're the person, oh my God, I got the job. I wasn't looking for it. So some people run for office and some people walk into office. Biden has created a whole new genre, a whole new area. He is actually crawling into office. Nobody in their right mind, you know it, Republicans, Democrats, all in between, leftists, you guys, you know, we do not want that man at the world table dealing business. You don't want it. It's okay. You don't have to tell Miss Lorraine that. I don't need to know that. You just need to make the right decision. Stop voting party and look at policies. It's really important. I heard a very powerful person says we got about 18 months left to get a hold and get the reins of this country. We really do. Guys, we do. We really do. Thank you, Matthew. Just post. There he is. Thank you, Matthew. Just keep posting my links. I had to close off the other one. So there's my website. He'll be posting some more. My YouTube channel, my Hill Country Patriot. I'm on. There you go. Thank you, Matthew. I cannot believe the average human being goes to bed and sleeps and wakes up and looks in the face of Joe Biden and say that he's a perfect person for the job. If you are feeling that way, Mr. and Mrs. America, I hate to inform you, you do have a problem. And I'll tell you what the problem is. I can diagnose, don't pay one doggone doctor. It's called pride. It's a killer. All my life I've been a Democrat. All my life I've been a Republican. It's called pride. It really is. To know if you died today, you will leave this kind of legacy for your grandchildren, for your friends, for whatever, and be comfortable with it. Oh, pride. Yeah, that's what it is. And afraid of being able to say, I made a mistake. The house of cards is a funny thing. You can't pull one out. When you say, I'm wrong on this, and you got to be wrong on that, and everything starts falling down. And it's okay. It's okay. We're human beings. We make mistakes. Come on. What did I say? What did I say before? I walk in the door. I vote as a Democrat for 20 years or more of my life, and then I walk out and I live like a Republican. It's okay. It's okay. We're human beings. We do stupid stuff a lot of times. And it's just that we have the opportunity to correct it right now. These crooked politicians and pimps and preachers, they think that we are dummies. They are counting on you and I to do absolutely positively the same crap-hallelujah that we've been doing for decades. They're counting on you to do that. Yeah. They don't have to answer to you and give you no. They walk in that office and campaign. They promise you the world, and then don't do any of it. And they know that you're going to sit by and do the same, push the button, do the same stupid again. You know the definition of doing something and expecting different. Right? Same thing. Yeah, you know how that goes. So my topics today, I got rid of the facts, which is, yes, Tucker Carlson's been fired. And again, don't get to praising and raising high about it. You Democrats or you leftists or maybe even some of you Republicans, because the man has got the currency that's more than money. What is that? Influence. Yeah, influence is more than currency. If he started anything right now, you can believe me, he would deflate Fox News. Yes, it could. Put a big hole in that. And so I'm hoping he realizes that he's an American and does something with his influence. I sure am. And Don Lemon, of course, he was out the door to begin with. They fired him once, brought him back, suspended him twice, fired him once, brought him back, and I think the only reason why they've hung on to him to as long as he cares is simply because he's black. That way, you're black, you can just about do any damn thing and get away with it. Yeah, you can do stupid, dumb things and get away with it. I know, it's true. Yeah, it is, because everybody's afraid to say anything to a black person. Even if I'm in a store and I says, my God, look at that person. Somebody help. And everybody gets real scared because I'm a black person talking. I hear the Amber Alert go off. Everybody just freeze for a moment and then they just go back. And I go, guys, if you're Christians in this line, why don't we just pray? Everybody look at me. I'm black. Don't say anything. You want to say anything bad to a black person because you're not right. When I'm a motivational speaker, I speak in various places that they take the chance, and when they bring me in, it's because they really do want to hear the truth. And I want to give the truth as best as I know it, but I don't allow them to introduce me as an African American. I'm an American. As I said, I've been to 17 countries, married to the same man for 43 years, got 5 grown children. Most of them are all in their 50s. You can do the math on this so you know my age if you want. But I'm just amazed at this point in my life how where we are as a society, we're so afraid of saying the right thing. Now, how do we get this way? So our people says, well, the world's going to hell in a handbasket. The question to me we should be asking ourselves is not the what, but how did we get there? So on both sides, it says for 20 years or more, I walk in, I vote like I vote Democrat, and then but I go out and I live like a Republican or live like a conservative. What was the lunacy of that? What was that all about? Well, all my life, as I said, I was born, you're black, you automatically born a Democrat. For the most part, yeah, you are. Your parents tell you that and on and on. And again, there's crooks on both sides. Republicans, please, crooks on both sides. I think when they realize that we are talking and we are having the conversations, these crooked preachers and pimps and politicians, they get a little antsy. They should get a little worried that LGBTQ, I'm talking and they're talking to me. The Democrats and the Republicans are talking. They should get worried. Why? Because when we're at that gas station, there's not a pump for the Republicans and a gas pump for the Democrats and a pump for the liberals. No. You're paying, I'm paying, we're all paying the same thing. We're all in the same frog pot boiling together. Look around, you'll see us all there together. So we have to, when I say cross the aisle, have the conversation, begin to enlighten one another and stop downing one another, stop arguing. Please, the oversaturation of the vitamin D's, destroy, divide, delude, deceive, to ultimately destroy and control. That's all it is. So anyway, that was my earlier today on the radio. This was some of the things I talked about. And then I, on a national, again, on a world level, of course, they sent money over to China for green energy. You cannot tell me. You see, some things you can tell me and it will be okay. You can tell me, well, the whole world is this, the White House, they're full of crooks. And I said, yeah, okay, I can kind of get with that. There's a lot of them, maybe not, but okay. You can tell me, well, you know what, that Trump guy, he's just a womanizer, you know what, okay, he's a bull in a china shop. Okay. You can tell me, well, Biden is too damn old to run an ice cream truck. Okay, you can but you cannot tell me, as a liberal, gay, straight, in between Democrat or Republican, that you are in agreement with billions of dollars being sent to Ukraine while we got people here on the streets living. You cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me that it's okay for you, for Joe Biden to send billions of dollars to China for green energy. Which, by the way, when God says it's going to rain, damn it, it's going to rain. When God says it's going to dry, it's going to dry. When he says it's going to heat up, that's just it. It is. Now, I know we can do some things here in our house and electricity. I got that. But ask any politician that you're talking to. I wouldn't care what side. Are you driving an electric car? Well, no, but are you planning on driving an electric car? Well, yes, absolutely. Well, then until you can drive an electric car, stop using our damn gas reserves and trying to put us out of business. Stop it. You know how I call on my topic on the radio today part of it was the 6 easy steps how to communize a nation. You first create the chaos and the crisis, and then you come in as a savior, and you control it. The only problem is that we're using our own damn gas reserves right now. It's like saving your money, saving your food up, putting it in a pantry, and then the government turns around and says, yeah, we need that right now, and we need to use it, and they use it, and then you got to buy it. The lunacy of that. Unbelievable. So they know that a lot of us have been stupid. We've done stupid things, and they want us to be stupid. They keep us divided, caste, class, system, so that nobody's talking. They're only this. They're not talking. So on the show today, I talked a lot about that. I talked about the whole school issue, the out of control. People, I listened to the candidates in our local area of the Kerrville area, and they're saying, I went to a candidate forum. Well, we just need to pay teachers more money. That's right, they are. Their lowest paid on the total. They're horrible. I call policemen, teachers, first responders. It's another category anyway. I says, you are the CC Club. And they said, what is that, ma'am? You called of God or crazy. Who would take those jobs? Who would take those jobs? Bus drivers. You see the big, they have a bus in our little area of concert. Please, we're hiring bus drivers. They don't want it. You know why? Because teachers the students have lost all respect and honor. They have leveled it where students are as equal with teachers. To the point we've seen teachers being beat, cars being mangled, all kind of stuff in their face. They have no power. So kids have equal power, meaning the honor and respect is gone. It is. It really is. So when I do the GARDIS, GARDIS, I make up a lot of acronyms because, of course, me and my senior citizen age too, it helps me stay focused. G for guns, A for abortion, R for race, D for drug, I for immigration, S for sex, scandals, and schools. It truly runs in that. Yeah, it just runs in that. Just runs in that, you know what I mean? So, but today I was talking about how they are controlling, de-incentivizing work. So what do you mean by that, Miss Lorraine? You know how you get a job and they say, we have incentives for you to get this job. You're going to get this, you get a vacation, you're going to get this. Well, now it's a flipping over. It's another D, vitamins, like I said, the oversaturation of the vitamin Ds. So de-incentivize work. Why? Well, listen, if you don't work, you're still going to get health care. If you don't work, we're still going to give you take care of your food, your kids, your rent, if you don't work. To the point, this new bill that Mr. Biden is trying to pass, and that is that those who've been paying their mortgage and they're good mortgage payers, we're going to up your interest rates. We're going to up yours to cover the poor ones. What is that? That's socialism and another guys with another glass on, same thing. You cannot tell me. I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. America. You cannot tell me black, pink, polka dot brown, yellow, in between, liberal, gay, Democrat, gay, straight. You cannot tell me this is not lunacy to you. You have moms and dads and family and friends that are teeter-tottering on financial breakdown, about to have lost their house or about to lose. And because I've been paying, so I won't go there. But anyway, so I say these things, guys, because I want us to think. I don't want you, listen, I don't want you to join my tribe. I just want you to think as an American. I really do. I strongly believe the founding fathers who in their young, I was shocked to find out they were young men. I thought they were old men. I was shocked. Realized in a prophetic sort of way, not pathetic, prophetic sort of way, God allowed them to foresee what was coming. That big butter government would be ruling like it is. I would suggest to anyone that had the time to look at the platform of the Democratic Party back in the late 50s and early 50s. Look at the platform of the Republican Party. You would be amazed how close we were won. Damn. You'd be amazed. I think if you took the names off of the form, you would be even shocked to realize who you were believing in. But that oversaturation of the vitamin D, divide, deceive, delude, to distract, to what? To destroy. It's constantly going on, and it is today. But I'm just hoping Americans wake up and say, guys, please. Miss Lorraine been in 17 countries. I live in no other. I said that earlier. They couldn't pay me. I love Switzerland. It's beautiful. I really love Milan in Italy. It's gorgeous. I love Barbados, Caribbean. But no. I'd go visit, but I wouldn't live there. Just ask the bodies that are floating on the water to get here to this country. Just ask them. Oh, don't give me that crap, Louis. They're all running for their lives. That's not true. They're not. When I look at some of the border crossings, and there's a show that shows you, people that are darker than me from Ethiopia getting over here running for. This is just a good country. It really is. They want the dream. They want the dream. The American dream. I can, I believe, I say I can, I think I can, like the little red engine. I can, if I can, I think I can. That's right. That there's a possibility that they could and that they would. You know it's true. I know it's true too. You can fall down in America and get up. And as far as races, again, I can't say it enough. Slavery is a ship that is sailed, and I'm not on it. And I refuse to ride it ever again. If vengeance is going to take place in reparations and all that, the word of God simply says very clearly, vengeance is mine, I shall repay. Listen, when God repays vengeance, nobody can do it like him. I would suggest that you get your hands out of the pot. Ooh, I've had to pray for my enemies when I've seen stuff happen to them that they've done to me. Just leave it alone. You leave it alone. It's gone. I love the fact that Asians, they come over and they assimilate. Black people, they want to integrate. Asians assimilate. Black people want to integrate. Give me mines. I want mines now. What I didn't have. If I would have, could have, should have. That's right. Asian says, oh, they look at the rules. Oh, it's ABC 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it. Down with it. Boom, on it. Making the money. And they do. And the crooked preachers and politicians use race. I'm tired of it. I'm done. I'm done with it. Okay. Now you want to go race, and let's just stay on the guard. We did about guns. Let's look at talked about guns, how the fact that both sides won't come together with the fact that, bottom line, I mean, listen, we put a man on the damn moon. We can do that, but we can't figure out a way how to be able to protect our schools. Excuse me. Stop. If you took away every gun in the United States of America, I guarantee you, listen, people would pick up a rock and still be beating each other. They would slingshot a rock. Because man's heart is insensibly to do evil. Yes, it would. I understand. You can't kill a bunch with a rock. That's why I say if they come together, assault rifles, my goodness, who needs an assault rifle? Why would they need them? Why can't Republicans and Democrats come together on just who? Let's look at the guns that are doing the job. Let's look at them. Exactly. We got husbands and wives shoot, beat, kill each other all the time. Absolutely. I'm not saying it's right, but we won't come to agreement because politicians and crooked preachers want to use it. Yeah. So with the Gardas, that's guns. With the A, which is abortion, I'm not going to hit on it. My body, my life, my body, my choice. Don't get your hands off my body. Oh, I have to touch that another day. I really, really do. Because again, here we go. Black people, you at the top of the list. You've killed enough of your babies to be able to create 3 nations in the name of convenience. Pull that 1.2% out for rape. Pull that 2% out of incest. Pull that out. And then what do we have? We still have millions. Stop. Be responsible for your bodies. Be responsible when you're laying up, laying down, having babies. And don't look at a life as an inconvenience. And don't give me that cell crap, hallelujah. Because even in the Bible, long ago, when this man, he was only left with his sister-in-law and himself. The whole tribe had been killed off. So he has sex with his sister-in-law. And then so that she wouldn't have his baby, he withdrew himself and spewed his sperm into the ground. God said, not so. Whoa. So we've got everything, and I won't get on that right now. That's a whole nother area. I will be, trust me. So, A for abortion, my body, my choice. Get your hands off my body. You hear all of this. It's your choice to make damn right decisions before you lay up in that bed. All the contraceptives in the world. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. I am a byproduct of an abortion. I'm a byproduct of an abortion myself. My mother living in the inner city of Detroit, absolutely. German doctors at that time would give up an abortion like a revolving door. It was nothing to go in and come out, again and again. Within the same year, it doesn't matter. And they weren't trusting the doctors. They said, show me the fetus. My mother has probably a 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever abortion. He shows her the fetus. She goes home and she keeps growing. She goes home and she says, hey, doctor, I'm still growing. Hey, I told you, I showed you the fetus. She said, yes, but I'm still growing. He comes back in, she checks us. Whoa! He pushes his chair back at eyes as big as eggs and says, no, give her some kind of Roman cross sign. Don't ever come back to me again. She says, what is wrong? He says, there's a life. It's been hidden in your womb. You had separate sac twins. One to be born a month or so apart. Where he took the first one, the other one was me. all in the name of convenience sake. So I don't want to have this argument with people about abortion. When we live in a high-tech society today, take a damn pill of contraception. Take birth control pills. Use what you need. Come on. So we're going to argue about this. My body, women's rights, we're going to go back to the suffrage age. Oh, okay, let me stop here. I didn't get on that today, but that's where I'm at. And if you think of the most powerful geniuses that are living today that were in the process of being aborted, there's a story about this, books about that. You'd be amazed. Some of the stuff you're using right now would not be here. So I talked about my ABC, and I talked about Biden. I said some people, of course, they walk in, some people run for office. Some people walk into office, meaning before they realize it, oh, I can do this. Oh my God, oh, they vote for me. And some people, and Biden has created a whole new genre. He's crawling into office. He literally is. He campaigned from his basement. You know it, I know it. Who campaigned from their basement? Jesus. And won. And now he's done all of this, and he's going to win, and then he's trying to win again. So he's going to run again. No, I'm not a trumpeter. No. But right now, America, here's the deal. We don't have the time to train anybody. We are teeter-tottering. Why Taiwan and Russia and China's having a pissing contest? Who's got the greatest? Oh, my weapons can do this. Oh, my weapons can do that. While that's happening, you don't need nobody to walk in the office to be thinking about, how do I get the chance to know these people? You don't have that time. And you damn sure don't have the time for somebody to walk in with the cognitive issues that's going on to know whether his underwear is on his bottom or is on his head. I'm not being offensive. It's the truth anyhow. You cannot tell me. None of you Americans would put Joe Biden in charge of your financial funds right now and your investments. You wouldn't. You ain't got to answer, Miss Lorraine. I know you wouldn't. You wouldn't put him in charge of ice cream stand, but you're going to put him in charge of a country. Yeah. So that's what pride does for you. I hate pride. It just kills. Talked about that. What else did I talk about? Again, on the radio, this is what my notes look like. I pull up in the driveway. This is what I draw a line down the center, a line across the middle, and then I put in the boxes these things that I'm going to talk about. Top is prayer, intro, funny, furious, and then the other ones are my goddess, and then I do the national and the local. And that's kind of what I'm doing tonight. Not screaming like I normally am on the radio. So I talked about that. Schools, the reason why the candidates right now in our local area are pushing the fact that, teachers need to be paid. Teachers, it's not about the pay. Really, they've been poor paid. They do need to be paid more, but they've been paid poorly for a long time. The reason why teachers are dropping out, and by the way, they are dropping out in school districts by the droves, is because of what they have leveled the playing field with students and teachers. No honor, no respect, absolutely. They're told no longer, you can't teach this, teach the test. Instead of reading, writing, arithmetic, they worried about critical race theory. Yep. Instead of reading, writing, arithmetic, they worried about sex and gender. I am so glad a lot of these 19-year-olds that were allowed to change their gender and stuff between 13 and 15 are suing the hell out of their parents and the doctors and hospitals. I'm so damn glad about that. Mama, Daddy, how could you have allowed me to change my sex when I couldn't even have sex? When I talk about kids, I do get a little upset. I do get a little furious. Okay. So I'll just bring it down. When I talk about kids, you guys, I never bring my nonprofit into this because I never teach my religious views or my political views to my kids. Okay? In my nonprofit. But it does. They can't drive a car. Let me get this straight. Can't drive a car. Can't buy liquor. Can't buy porn magazines. Oh, but they can change their gender. We will be held accountable for this someday, America. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. So I talked about that. What else? The schools, superintendents being fired, all kinds of stuff. One teacher actually told her students, this was in Mesquite, she says, okay, y'all, these two students have been at each other and wanting to fight. She gave them rules of engagement to fight. Some student, like I said, your children, your grandchildren, their greatest weapon is their phones. Pull it out and record. Some student recorded this teacher. She gave them rules of engagement. So you, Sylvia, and you come on. I said come out. She pushed the chairs back and gave them the room and the floor. Yes, she did. And they went at it. Boom, 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 boom. Of course, she was a substitute or whatever. Nonetheless, she was fired. I call it indoctrination versus education. We're number 13 on the totem pole for math, and in some places science even lower. It's a damn shame. We're the superpower country, right? We're down all the way down. We are. Other countries, Finland and stuff, they kick our butts. The wokeism ideology that's going on right now, which is a religion, it's the only religion of the West. What is wokeism? That is basically saying, you're going to believe what I want you to believe. You're going to say what I want you to say. And if you don't, we're going to cancel your culture, your dog, your cat, your rat, and everything else. And you can't be a little bit woke. Honey, you can't. You can't say, okay, friends, here's a bottle of water. Well, I'm going to agree that we can't take these plastic bottles and we can't just dispose of them anyway. I'm going to be on that team. I'm not into all that other stuff, but you can't be a little bit woke, because then it's going to be, well, thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. America. But where is the bottles going? Okay, well, wait a minute. Now, whose bottles are you putting in? We got to attack the companies. Okay, and it never is. Wokeism, they're never ever satisfied. You know why? Because wokeism is a religion against God. Now that's another subject, but I think I'm on to something. Yeah, that's why you can have a conversation. I said this the other day. I have friends who are lesbians or people that I know who are gays. I have people who are Democrats. I have friends who are Republicans. You can't have a relationship with a trans. They come literally unglued and de-skin themselves. Why? Because your mere existence of satisfaction in the body that God has designed you is an insult to them. So not only do they want you to believe in what they're doing, but you can't be happy in the way that you are. Let me move on down here. I spent a lot of time today going off. I got off today. Talked about that. I talked about the China getting money for green energy. You know, green energy, they don't have any control over. They don't know what the hell they're doing with it. There's no way they can ever control it. But guess what? The more money you give us, we can tell you that we're trying. We're trying, right? And none of us will be getting those $70,000 electric cars. I don't think so. Ask any of the politicians when they're pushing that crap. What did they drive it a day? And at what point are they going to go electric themselves? They got the money. And I'll go there. Talked about that. Talked about the schools. Talked about the candidates right now. So I'm going to go local really quick, and then I'm going to bring it on down to close. We got an election coming up here in our Kerrville area, Kirk County area, and I want us to think about it. You know, I went to the candidate forum. Let me see, did I read something else? I'm going to make sure I don't read anything else. Oh, I went to the candidate forum, and hold on, cable, and listened to them and had it at our local university here. And I listened to both sides and so forth and so on. And it was very interesting, as always. And one of the ones that are running for the school board, and I said, you can't make America great again. This whole MAGA concept, you can't make America great again until you make men again. So I was very happy to see what's his name, Brandon Aries, as a father, to stand and want to be on the school board. You see, because even in the illustrious words of calm, smooth talking Barack Obama, when he said, You know, the reason why America's problems is the way it is not because of the crime, it's because of the fathers. It's true. I know our liberals and women's and feminist movements maybe get a little upset with me. By the way, there's a huge feminist group, you know, that joined the GOP. Yeah, they've been around for a long time. And you know why they joined the GOP? Oh, not because they're Republicans. No, they joined because they don't want little Susan be practicing all her life to run a marathon, be in the water, doing swimming, doing tennis, and a big hairy guy shows up and wins. Give me a break. You cannot tell me this is okay with you. It's not. So they crossed over. And it's a lot of crossing of the aisle going on lately. You know that, right? Yeah, the Bill Maher, which hated Republicans and everything. Look at him. Look at it. Look at what he's doing. Hated conservatives. Look what he's doing. Absolutely. They're crossing over. Why are they crossing over? Why are they crossing over? Because they're tired. That's right. They want to believe in America, not in politicians that continue to put noose around their neck and lead them like to the trough. Good for them on all sides. So I was saying this. I think I left off. I lost my train of thought. Okay. The ideology of what's going on right now, and when I talk about wokeism, I'm skipping again. Wokeism, know this, guys. Wokeism only exists in English-speaking countries. That's what I meant to tell you. No, right. China, forget it. Not happening. Middle Eastern, off with your head, and everything else, I don't think so. Africa, not happening. So why does wokeism exist only in English-speaking countries? I saw one reporter try to corner this African prime minister. What are you going to do about the gay people? What are you going to do about lesbians? And he said, we're not worried about that. We got starving people. No. And by the way, you too, America, you do too. You do too. Starving homeless populations, unbelievable. He says, that is not a concern. That is not a concern. That's a small percentage. What is it? Less than 1.0% trans, less than 4% gay. And yeah, right. We make everything about that. Right. Wokeism only exists in English-speaking countries. Show me if it's different anywhere else. I'd appreciate your tabs and tags and let me know. UK, Australia, Canada, and the United States. Again, UK. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure about Australia, but for sure, the UK, Canada, and the United States. Gospel wokeism exists. It's a religion of the West. But unlike other religions, if you're not a Baptist and you want to be a Presbyterian, we're not going to hate you. If you're a Presbyterian and you want to be a Pentecostal, we're not going to hate you. No, we have a little disagreements, but wokeism, there's no grace in it. There's no grace. No. You either believe like we do, feel like we do, or we hate you, trash you, troll you, tear up your business, shoot up your schools. Yeah. That little teeny 0.1%, whatever that is. So, where's that going? Let me close down. Oh, talking about the local. So local voting is here. We need to go out and vote. Yes, we do. If you don't go vote, and listen, and please do not tell Miss Lorraine, I don't have any children or my kids are all grown up. Oh, I just can't wait till little Megan. She's almost in her last year. Listen, when little Megan comes home with her wife and Ryan comes home with his husband, yeah, I said that right. The indoctrination has already taken place. If you think by the time they get out of high school that they're okay, oh no, they only seal the deal with the seal on the forehead in college. It's a done deal. It's over. It's over. Trust me. I've been in the business of kids for my own 5 grown, 16 grand, and my own nonprofit 20 years. I kind of got something. It's a done deal. So we need to vote. We need to get a beer, get a burger, grab a friend and go and vote and then go have a beer and a burger. It'd be wonderful. Why don't you do that? Come on. Yeah, you can do that. Go vote. So I was listening to the candidates. One candidate says, well, I've been for 18 years. school board person or whatever. And I've been, I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, I could look at that as a good thing, but I really look at that as a bad thing. Because if you've been in there all this time, how the hell we get to where we are right now? What have you been doing all this time? Why do we want to put you back in there? Why do we want to put you back in there? Come on, America, put your lens on. Come on. Look at the policies. And so I wrote some questions down, and then some of my questions you can use. And one of my questions was that, based on the changes you want to make and your values and views, can you name any organizations or affiliates that you've been a part of that represent those values and views? Whoop, whoop. Ding, 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 ding. Right. Again. So you want to do A, B, C? 1, 2, 3. So what organizations have you been a part of or affiliates that did A, B, C? 1, 2, 3. So don't tell me you're going to come in and change the world and make it well for my kids and well for the neighborhood, the community, the council, city council, and yet you're running over here with thieves and wolves. I don't think so. I still have a brain. I check every day. We need to be smarter Americans. Yeah, we do. But I don't have to worry about it. Trust me, sweeties. Trust me. It is coming to a neighborhood near you. Your taxes is not going to affect Hispanic people and Black people or white people. It's going to affect Americans. Yep. And so one candidate gets up and they say, well, we need to bring more tourists in the area. We bring more tourists in the area, bring more income into the area. And I said, well, so I caught that one coming out of the bathroom. They call the old man syndrome. You want to talk to a man, you step out of the man's bathroom. Booyah, you catch up. And I said, well, tell me this. If we're so divided and everything is tearing down and we need to fix it, why would you want to bring tourism in? Why would you want to spend money for that? Do you think we need to be able to heal from the inside out? We need to learn to ask the right questions. Stop being so picky over your party. And stop it, guys. Stop it. They're hoping we continue to have these la. They're hoping that. Ask the right questions, America. I think I'm about ready to... Matthew, let me go look at my clock right here because he normally posts my time for me. And I got to go because I got started late. And I started late because I had to cut off several times to come back on. I don't know what was going on. I think I was tagging people and not knowing, not realizing that I was cutting myself off at the same time. I think I hit everything. I did local. I did some national. I did some world. Something else I think I read something about Kerrville or whatever today. Well, that's good enough with the voting. That's really local, absolutely. And I think I mentioned, Tucker Carlson, right? Rupert Murdoch owns it, and he's never liked Tucker. He tried to fire him a couple of years ago and tried to do something then last year. And so with that, whenever there's a big, huge lawsuit for any major company and corporation, you can believe somebody's going to hit, it's going to fly. I've not ever seen it not happen. I've seen it happen every time. 800 something, million dollar, whatever lawsuit. Yeah, somebody was still going to go, no matter what. They probably would have offered, this is just me speculating. It probably was more than that. But they said, tell you what, we'll cut it down to the 8 if you get rid of, right. Probably the best thing in the world they could have did for Tucker. Yeah. You put Tucker right now, put him on MSNBC, nobody would be, all the leftists would be, oh, yay! But if he stayed where he's, down with Tucker, we gotta stop it, America, we gotta stop it. You look silly, we look silly, we need to stop it. It's not the who, but the what. You gotta be it's not the who. I hate him. It should be the what is being said, is it true or not? Well, that would mean that you got to do homework, and you should. I'm going to close here. Go vote, get out, do the one thing that you can't do. Nobody can hold it. While we still can, by the way. By the way, get ready. The non-citizen voting bill is going to be pushed. What is that? That's if you're a migrant, if you've been in here sick in the country 6 months or whatever time they're going to put on it. You haven't been in jail. You own your own. You got an address and you have a job. You've been, again, the non-citizen voting bill is going to be pushed. Why is it going to be pushed from this current administration? It's so that they can get the vote. But I think they're going to have a little flip switch on them. So funny. Because the most migrants and people that come from other countries, they want the American dream. Duh. They don't want welfare checks. Duh. They don't. They're dying literally to get here. To have their freedom. To work. They're damn good workers. Better than a lot of us. But they want to own. It's like I told you about me. Walk in for 20 years or more, vote Democrat, walk out and live like a conservative or Republican. Didn't even realize the lunacy of how I was living the double-minded. As the scripture says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. I woke up. Not go woke. I woke up. So let's pray. Father, I thank you in the name of Jesus for allowing me this opportunity to share what I believe is truth. And I stand to be corrected. I'm just a human being like everyone else. And I ask that you bless my sisters and brothers that are listening. Cause them to hear truth, not just from me, from wherever they go. And cause them to be a light in the midst of darkness, in Christ's name. Listen, God bless you, keep you, make his face shine upon you, give you mercy and grace. Sorry about the 2 cut-offs over and over because it's just something wasn't going right then. I'm not as tech savvy as I appear to be. God bless you and good night.